another Menu Monday. This week I have all new recipes for you. There is one, however, I have to make a correction on because I messed up, but I did try it again doing it the correct way, and that was the sausage and veg. It was initially a keto sheet pan, but we ended up doing it on the Blackstone. But what happened was it called for Old Bay. I didn't have any, or I couldn't find it, I don't know which it was, and so I was like, oh, I see Slap Your Mama, I'll just throw that in there. But it ended up being so salty. And what I found out was that Slap Your Mama has like 310-ish milligrams of sodium versus Old Bay that has like 140 milligrams of sodium. So it was really salty, and you'll hear me say that when I show you that clip. But we redid it last night with Old Bay because I had a lot of vegetables left over, and I bought another sausage. It was spot on fantastic. It's easy. I mean, even if you put it on a sheet pan in the oven, it would work. It's like 8 minutes, and then you flip everything and do 8 minutes more, and it's healthy, and it really had a great flavor with the Old Bay. Don't you slap your mama. Anyway, everything else is really good. I have a fantastic new casserole for you, a new roast. What else do we have here? We have chicken teriyaki bowls and a creamy chicken and rice. So without further ado, let's get cooking. The one reason I've never used chicken tenderloin before is I hate that muscle or tendon that's in them. And I saw recently how to remove it, so I'm going to show you. Maybe it's this way, like so. You grab it with a paper towel, and then you pull, and then it comes out. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to get these all pulled out. Let me get my hands a very good wash. So there's the chicken in the crock pot, and here on this chicken packet are all the tendons that I pulled out. And I'm so excited that I know how to do that now. Now we have the chicken in there. We're going to add the dry spices. I'll have everything listed at the end of this clip, and along with on the website rblifeintheusa.com, which will be linked down below, I'll have the ingredients and also the directions to follow. Alright, after you do the dry spices, you can just toss everything around, and then you're going to add your diced onion, which I did not have, so I just used some dried onions. We're going to put in our chicken stock, and then both cans of cream of soup. We have 1 cream of mushroom and 1 cream of chicken for this. Alright, we'll mix everything together. I'm going to cover and cook either on low 4 to 5 hours or high 2 to 3 for this. I did 4.5 on low. After that's done, we're going to add our cubed cheese and our rice, which I just started cooking, and you do that just towards the end of your crock pot time. You add those to the pot and give everything a stir. Sorry, that's my ice maker. And then we're going to cover this with the shredded cheese and just let that melt. And while that's doing that, I'm going to steam some broccoli. This was dinner. It was absolutely fantastic. I just did some of those red lobster biscuits on the side. For our beef roast, we're going to salt and pepper each side. I put mine in the crock pot to salt and pepper the other side. Okay, now we're going to mix our beef broth with our 3 packets. We have dry onion soup mix, Italian dressing, and brown gravy. I didn't have a packet. I used a tablespoon out of my pot of brown gravy mix, but a packet would work just fine. We're going to whisk these together. Pour them over the roast. I just used a little extra gravy to get rid of what was left in the jar. Now my roast was a little frozen, so I did it on high, and that was for 6 hours. You can also cook this on low, probably 8 to 10 hours. It was so good. And since I paired it with a new casserole that was so good, I'm going to do that next. Here are your ingredients for the roast. As promised, the new casserole, which my daughter saw on TikTok and sent to me, and I couldn't believe how simple it was. 1 cup of macaroni, 1 can of whole kernel corn, undrained, and a can of cream corn. A cup of shredded cheese. It said not to use cheddar, to make sure you have like a mix. And then 1 stick of melted butter. Mix everything together. You want to make sure all the pasta is submerged. That's what I was doing there. Cover this with foil and then bake 350 degrees for 30 minutes. This can be doubled. However, if you do double it, you want to bake it for 45 minutes. After mine was done, I took it out, put a little cheese on top, and baked it uncovered for about 5 minutes. This, like I said, was paired with the roast and a little squash on the side. Here are your ingredients. It was delicious. Give this a try. Okay, we did this meal on the Blackstone, but if you want to do it in the oven, you're going to preheat that to 400 degrees. Cover a sheet pan with parchment paper. Now, this is the same on the Blackstone. Now we're going to wash and dry all the veggies and cut them up into approximately the same size. That way they cook evenly. We're going to put all the veggies in this bowl. We have squash, zucchini, broccoli. I'm going to grab a red pepper, and then we'll cut up the sausage and put that in there too. I saw someone cooking the other day, and they said if you cut these peppers from the inside, they're easier. I don't know why. I always turn them over and cut them from the skin side. But I'm going to change that and see how it does. Tell me, do you cut them on the skin side or from the inside? I'd love to know. I didn't even know it was easier. Alright, we're going to get our sausage cut up and put that in the bowl. And now we have everything in there. We're going to move on with some olive oil. Now this recipe calls for Old Bay and 1 tablespoon. I didn't have any Old Bay, and my tablespoon was not a tablespoon. It was 1.5 tablespoons. And that I put in there Slap Your Mama. Let me tell you, this was super salty. Don't use Slap Your Mama. Go back to the Old Bay. We're going to try that tonight because I still have a lot of these vegetables left, and I got another sausage and some Old Bay, and we're going to try it that way to see if that cuts down on the salt. And then I will put that information on my intro for this Menu Monday. Otherwise, this was delish and so simple. I mean, all I had to do was cut up all the vegetables, and then when Big Daddy was ready, he threw them on the Blackstone. Doesn't get any easier than that. I mean, I'm sure even throwing them in the oven would be fine. You put them in there for 8 minutes for 8 minutes, and then you turn them over and put them in there for another 8 minutes. So, still easy in the oven. I do hope you give this a try. Like I said, just don't use a tablespoon and a half of Slap Your Mama. I've ordered some new tablespoons. I don't know what happened to mine. I had 2. And both of them got missing. And I have searched all through my kitchen, which isn't that big. Nowhere to be seen. My new ones are coming today. Alright, now this is ready. We're going to get it in the bowl, take it inside, and plate it up. And I served mine with some little chips that came in the bag that I got from the dollar store last week. They were a nice touch. Here are the ingredients, and I do hope you give it a try. Really, really good and healthy. Alright, to our Instant Pot, I've added 2.5 cups of chicken broth, the rice, and my cooked chicken, and then my carrots. I secure the lid, and we cook that for 7 minutes. And while that's cooking, we're going to steam some broccoli. Once it's finished cooking, we're going to give it a quick stir. I'm going to break up some of the chicken. I'm going to add the broccoli and stir that in. Be a little more gentle with that. And now I'm going to serve up our bowls. We'll get Big Daddy's done first. And then you top it with as much teriyaki sauce as you like. This, so simple, so quick, and so good. We even had leftovers for the next day, which was fantastic for lunch. Here are your ingredients. I hope you give it a try. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this week's Menu Monday. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you on our channel. Just hit the little subscribe button, and if you hit the bell next to it, it'll notify you whenever I have a new video out. I do cooking on Mondays and an alternate video on Thursdays. To those subscribers coming back, welcome back, and I've got more new recipes coming next week. I hope you're enjoying all the new ones. I try not to do many repeats. We do the repeats that we really like on the nights I'm not filming, so that way you always get something new and exciting. Alright everybody, that's it for this week's Menu Monday. I'll see you next time. Love y'all. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end, give me a grill emoji. Alright guys, bye-bye.